Hey, Luigi. Oh boy. Done this in a while. How you doing, Luigi? Hope you're doing fine. Alright, let's go straight to the car pack opening. Yeah, there we go. Everything-ish. Showing-ish. Yeah. I want to make sure everything is on stream. Ah! Surprise! Yeah, I know I kept all the price points on this and stuff like that, but you know what? I will be careful in showing everything. But watching someone's flagging, but they are doing a little trouble with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop distance. Ooh, nice. Well, anyway, I don't really give much context to today, and also like why I'm doing this. So to give context, yesterday I didn't stream yesterday because I was doing this stuff. I went with Sean and Carl on a bit of a road trip, and we went through a bunch of game stores in one day, as many as we could, and I bought a lot of these games. Obviously, couldn't really spend a whole bunch on a lot of them, so I kind of just had to pick what I can able to get. Yes, Luigi, you know about that. And in other context of today, I didn't do a D&D stream because somebody was extremely tired, so they had to get some rest. That will be our resident Plink player, Jamie. She has been very, very tired for the past week and few days, so I do hope that she is doing well. And to everyone, wish her some good rest. So yeah, I didn't announce this because I was kind of doing this a little bit impromptu, and also I was like, I want to take a bit of a nap, so before I do anything. But yeah, for now, I wanted to showcase what I got earlier and explained about the little bit of some of the games, and as well as just maybe play a game on stream afterwards. Oh, that's not Emoto. No. Emoto is different. Jamie is our Plink player, D&D Plink player. So if you want to say have a good recovery, would be like Jamie or Plink. I guess resident Plink player. I guess I don't know, something like that. And that too, yeah. Appreciate it, Luigi. But yeah, this is kind of like my haul. This is kind of like my retro games. Nothing much going on here outside of just what I got. So, going on to the actual games. Let me just pull this over. This is literally all I got yesterday, except one game. One game I did not get, and that is currently being borrowed because Carl really wanted to play that. So, but based on some of the positioning, you can kind of tell what kind of games I got. These are the loose copies, kind of just random stuff I got. This is like more the DS area, and this is more of the console stuff. I mean, these two are consoles, but I'll get into them. Yeah, no, like yesterday I went through like a bunch of game stores yesterday, and there were some really good game stores, some of which I couldn't get. I obviously couldn't get every single possible game as much as I want to. I'm not like some kind of millionaire, but yeah, console and loose games, like but basically I just like I wanted to get some stuff, but I also was on a task to get certain games in my possession. Like a friend of mine really wanted to get a Majora's Mask 3D and as well as a Warrior Gold 3D. So you can kind of tell, like right here, these are the two games. Like I did go out of my way to buy certain games that are not within my, I wasn't getting for myself. This is an example of that. These two games are going to a friend I was able to find, and I'm going to give it to her. So at a later point, these will not be in my current possession. But to give some that idea, I found like these. I found like this is Majora's Mask I found at a game store for a good price, and it was just like full box and everything. Let me open it up. Yeah, I gotta be careful with opening some of these because I put some of the receipts inside of these cases, so I don't want you guys to see it. So I'm just FYI, I was gonna keep doing pulling in and out. But I got some interesting stories with some of these. But yeah, WarioWare Gold and Majora's Mask 3D. This one was basically base price, so as you can kind of tell with the price tag on it. This one was like, oh, it's been there for a while, yeah. But this one was a little bit more pricier. It's like $40 for this game, when it was like, it's a loose copy. It's not even the full box copy, so it's like, but hey, I got them both for her, and so she's gonna get these. These are not current. These are just I'm holding for her. These are not in my collection. And the other thing I'm gonna actually say really quickly that I actually did get is this SP. Kind of see the reflection of there. This is, I think, near 50 eShop. Yeah. No, eShop should be like still 40. Because 3DS stuff like that. But yeah, this is a SP, Game Boy SP. This might be Japanese SP. I think this. Oop. Yeah, these can play games. Yeah, this one can play like. Should be able to play any of these games. Oopsie. I need to double check this because I haven't been around to double check some of these games. But this oof. Yeah. This SP is not gonna be mine as well. This is actually going to Gansu, our resident elf fighters. I hope he doesn't mind me showcasing some of his stuff too, but I'm not showcasing his address or anything. But this right here. All this stuff is going straight to Gansu. Yeah. Gansu wanted me to get an SP, and so I found the SP that is actually a good price. So you know what? Here you go, Gansu. This is all for you. And other than that, yeah. This all right here is what I bought for mainly myself outside of that Wolflink amiibo. Apparently that thing is getting to $100 now. This is what I got. So I got like some of the stuff. So random stuff out of the way. I did buy a box of candy sensu beans. I just wanted to see how this was, and honestly, trying it, I mean, it crunches like sensu beans a little bit. It looks like sensu beans, but you know what? You can hear the crunch, but the taste tastes kind of sour. I'm not 100% certain about this. I don't think I fully like it. But hey, I got sensu beans. Yeah, sensu beans. There you go. So yeah, little candy was on a trip. We got this like partway through, like I would say about halfway through the road trip. So something to chew on. Another one is a mic, GameCube mic. I have to try this in order to, I think sound alerts are a bit broken right now. Oh yeah, no, it was muted on that one. Sorry. You can try again. This GameCube mic. I know that. Oh, this was another one. I'm not going to be currently in my possession because this was I got it at a pawn shop, and I have yet to try this one because you know what? I want to give it to someone who actually, in a sense, needs it for a game. So I kind of just, this is not going to also be in my possession, but I did get this one. So, Mike. It was not the GameCube. It was not the N64. The N64 one is more bulky at the end, so it's not the memory card. It's like a little fatter, and like the shape of this cracker, and yeah, it's a lot shorter cord, I think. Okay. Now, going with more of the games, again, there's one game I do not own. Well, yeah, there's one game I bought, but it's not currently in my possession because Fanto was childhood memory of it, and I honestly was very curious about trying the game myself, so I got it. It cost $120 to get, but it was the GBA game of Dragon Ball Advanced Adventures. I think it's the title for it. You can probably look it up online or something like that, and you can kind of see what it looks like. It's apparently a fun beat 'em up game. Carl was playing a heck out of it when he was doing his Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. There was a lot of, he was playing it a lot. I think Luigi, he showed it to you a little bit, if I remember that right. But yeah, no, that was a game that is currently not in my possession. I'm gonna get it back later, but for now, there's that. I'm gonna do like with the loose copies first. So, the obviously red one, this is Mother, as in this should be the official one. I need to open it up to double check, but this looks like the official cartridge. I don't. These Famicom ones are really tough because you have to push on these and pull it apart. Oopsie. But yeah, I did try this a little bit. It does work. So there's that. He showed a small amount of it, but not very much. Yeah, he might show. I don't think he can show it on stream because he doesn't have the recording capture card on that. But I can see that. But yeah, Mother. I found actually Retro Game Store selling Famicom games. Well, actually no, I shouldn't say one, but there was multiple. Surprisingly enough, other than like Pink Gorilla that we went to. This was a surprising addition to find, and I was like, you know what? I could get Mother. I know that there was another game store with Mother 3, but I was running low on my funds by the time we went there, to a point where I had to skip out of it. It was a full box set too of Mother 3, so if they still have it by the time I go back up there, I might actually get it. And add that Mother collection. So then I'll just be missing Mother 2 on the original, and then I could technically have all the Mother games. Because this is Mother. This is actually Earthbound Beginnings. It was first released on the Wii U and is now on the Switch now. So Earthbound Beginnings. This is this was never ported to America until almost 10, like I won't say 10 years, a few years ago basically at this point. So, yeah, it's been a very long time since the first Mother. This is a very hard game, by the way, so extremely difficult. Hi, James. So, yeah, this is one of the random ones. Pokemon Silver. You would think I normally own this, and you would be right. Funny enough, I didn't buy this. This was straight up gifted to me because Sean, I lended him my copy of Silver a very long time ago. And to this day, he has never given it back to me because he has lost it somewhere in his household. So, in a result of it, I told him to just find a cheaper copy. He decided to buy a silver copy that he could find and just gift it to me. So basically, he spent money, got me silver, and this is it. So this is like, I guess, like my own copy of it again. So, yeah. I've checked the authenticity of this because as a game collector, you need to check all your games, whether they work or not, and just make sure you get your money's worth. But the silver one is authentic. I actually showed Crate. I told Crate about this, and this is a player's choice one, as you can see. I didn't notice that it was player's choice, but honestly, I don't fully mind it at this current moment. Maybe at some point I'll get another Metroid 2, because like as a game collector, I try to collect games within their first editions as best I can. But since I already got this one, it's hard to get it back. So you know what? I'll just keep this what it is. But yeah, Metroid 2, it's Return of Samus. I don't know about this one. I just wanted to try it because it's Game Boy, and actually trying it on my Analog Pocket, it straight up showed, like, oh, not just Analog Pocket. Like, I was trying it on Carl's Game Boy Advance, and it showed actual color. like, let me just pull on my analog pocket. So new silver playthrough. I'm not 100% certain if I do a silver playthrough. Hey, Skull! Hope you're doing well. Hope you back home and cozy. I don't think I would do a silver playthrough. If I were to do one, I'll have to do it in my own time. Okay, so it's using the Game Boy Green, but I know that we saw like previously with the Game Boy stuff that it played it on the GBA. So I want to see if I can do the GBA for this. Alright, I don't know how to do this. Well, I could play it on the original Game Boy Color, but I know I could do color on this game. This is one of the few Game Boy games you can actually play with color. But yeah, as you can see, I have Metroid Return of Samus, so that was a fun one. We are home and we have power. That is good, honestly. But yeah, I do have this. This was a fun... This was like a nice find. I was looking for a variety of different games, so there's that. Yeah, Return of Samus. Not too bad. I'm gonna look forward to actually playing this at some point too. Whether on stream or off stream, I don't know fully, honestly. Because like some of these games I don't know. There's Oracle of Seasons. I know that there was games like Oracle of Ages too. And this is a game that I already own on the 3DS because I bought the digital version. But you know, I wanted to own this copy, and it was like 45 bucks at Pink Gorilla. And you know what? It doesn't seem too bad. I wanted to play more Zelda games too, so I wanted to get also the Link's Awakening DX version and Minish Cap at some point. I know you can play some of them on the like the digital versions on like the 3DS or Switch, but you know what? This is better. The condition of your Metro is way better than mine. I mean, here's the thing, Kraid, look at this. It's a player's choice one. Why is it not focusing? Yeah, it's player's choice. So it's not exactly the original version, but at some point I will get a better version of... I will get the original version of this, but for now, this is a player's choice version, so... I got to stick with it anyway. But yeah, Oracle of Ages, I'll get Oracle of Seasons. I'll get Oracle of Ages at some point too. And then this is a bit of a story, actually, for this one. So I got Shadowgate 64, Trials of the Four Towers. So this one actually was not on my original run. This is just the run I just got today. I didn't initially want to get this game because what the game I got from a certain game store, I'm not going to specify it, is that the game store gave me a fake copy of Advance Wars 2 that I didn't realize until I got home and opened it up and started looking into it a little bit more, because I opened up all the cartridges at the very least. It's a good thing I did, because I wouldn't have known. And because of that, I didn't like to get the fake copy, and so long story short, with a lot of like talking back and forth, they just settled on giving me an exchange for a game to give me about to $50. So I decided to just get the game that's closest to 50 that looks at least semi-interesting. And this is a game I decided to get. I opened it up, so it looks official. I haven't tried it yet, but I am going to try all of this. But yeah, this is a game I got, and I have zero clue what this game is. So yeah, this is an official copy now. I'm not getting anything fake. That's one thing I'm gonna have to emphasis on. You got Chinese food. Nice. Had mine since I was a kid. Send a picture of my copy. Ooh. Let me see that. Oh, so you do have the player's choice too. I see that symbol. Yeah, that is more beaten up than the mine I got. Oop. My microphone's a little off. I have to be right back on that. Yeah. Getting crackers. Why does crackers get like so hard to get out of the bag? Using chopsticks. Hand collection may be somewhat out there. Oh, really? Sell me some things, James. My rice snack. Oh, at work. I left some of that rice snack at work. I've been eating as I work. Unfortunately. Why is that unfortunate? But yeah, now we're going into some of the better ones that I really kind of liked. So again, some of these are stories I got. So starting with Professor Layton, okay. I already played this game. So the friend I am giving the WarioWare Gold and the Majora's Mask that I showed earlier, Luigi, let me borrow her Miracle Mask for a very long time. This was years, and I finally gave it back to her after all this time. Oop. I better be careful when opening these. Again, like the reason why I have to pull back some of these cases, I have to be careful again, is because there are receipts in some of these I like to keep when I go. So just, yeah. But yeah, I played the Majora's, like I played all of Miracle Mask from start to finish, and I just found this copy for like a good price. And you know what? Again, I like Professor Layton, and so it's like I got a good chunk of his games now. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just continue on with the collection and just get this one as I go? So yeah, this Miracle Mask. So where's my there you? Nah, whatever. You can get yours later. Skull. He said unfortunately because the copy beat them. Okay, yeah. Right. That's it. Well, I mean, maybe one day, Craig, you can get a better copy as well. Because, like, there's plenty of copies around there. Will you get the next Professor game? Yes, for sure, I will. I have to get, like, previous ones, too. Because some of the Professor Layton games are getting more and more expensive, especially the, like, this saga of Professor Layton games. So this, Miracle Mask is within a saga of Professor Layton games. That's, like, the Azurin, saga. Where it starts with the last Spectre. Then this game, or no, The Last Spectre, the movie of Professor Layton. There is a movie of Professor Layton, and I think this one, and then the last one, which is the Azurin Legacy, and that one is a little bit expensive, so I have to find some time to getting that. I do have Professor Layton and versus Phoenix Wright. I do have the case. The game is currently with another friend, like the same friend, and she has to just get it back to me at some point. Sweet and sour chicken is hitting home. So many of those. Nice, Skull. I'm glad to hear that. I don't even know how much the crossover costs. Ooh, Luigi, you're not gonna like this. So hold on. Yeah, just to prove that I do own the copy. This is the official box for the Professor Layton game. I got this, like, when it was around 20 to, like, 30 to 40 bucks. Funny enough, I got the same copy for Fanto. He also owns a copy of this game. It was brand new as well from GameStop. This one, I don't know. I think it was used, but how much do you guys guess is a loose copy versus a complete in-box copy without looking it up for this type of game? I'm willing to see what you guys can guess. So I'm gonna really quickly look. Because I know the loose copy price. I don't know about the complete in-box price. Okay, so it did go down for a tiny bit. A General T towels. Ooh, General's towels. But I should have got the spicy blazer. So I'm half Korean, right? Why can Kraid use chopsticks better than me? Well, That just means that you're too rusty to be Asian. Experience maybe. $80 difference. For what? You mean $80 difference between loose and complete? Like, what's your base price? Like, what are you gonna say? Complete in box, I'll say 98. Loose copy, I'll say 45. Okay. Luigi and Craig, you got or James, you guys got guesses? Because I know Craig said $80, but I'm not 100% certain. He's like $80 in terms of like, that's the base price, and then add 80 more or something. I don't know. I'm gonna open more of my crackers. You can take a guess. This is the guessing game. $180 and $60. Ooh, loose copy $60, $180. Oh, color. Okay. Box going 400. Okay. So, unfortunately, I will say, at least for the loose copy, for this game, all of you are wrong. All of you are way too low for the price. The closest person who was actually to the actual loose price, according to Price Chart, is a little over $100 for a loose copy for this game. At the game stores I've visited and seen of this game, I've seen them go for slightly higher than $100. It makes sense because they need to make some profit. How much? About 120. Yep. Complete in box. Complete in... Yeah. Complete in box. Like, this game right here is, according to price charting, is currently at around $140. So I would not be surprised if I see places go to $160 to $200 for this game alone. I think eBay, last time I saw, a lot of people were asking for over $200 for this game. Like, it is hard to find anything less than 100 for this game in any sort of condition. So, yeah. Also the timing, yes, but I'm genuinely surprised how this game went. This game is on the 3DS eShop. I highly recommend people try it to support the game. It is like $40 on the eShop. It's the cheapest you're ever gonna get for this game. Physically, don't ever go after it unless you're really hardcore to getting it. That's my high recommendation. This is not worth. Any game going over 100 is generally not worth, is my rules, but I break it all the time, personally, so you know what? Screw it. But yeah, this game, I'm gonna get it back. It's crazy. Yeah, it keeps increasing, but at some point, I believe that games will start decreasing at some point, because people are starting to get, less and less interested in buying the games, and it's only the hardcore people. So the more people start lessening their wants for games, the less the games will get cost now later on. Yep. Say would be the good system to start collecting for that isn't too expensive right now. Would, in terms of like, I guess you could say how many expensive games there are, Craig, because like I could give you ideas, but each system has their own variety of rare games, and each system has their own amount of games. So I don't know. It's like, do you intend to collect like a complete set of a system, like a complete North American set of a GameCube system or Wii system? Or do you tend to just start collecting and see how that goes? Because there's various different ones I would say which ones are easy. trying to think of like good ones too. What I would say. It's also that if you're even care for the certain system in general, for not for himself. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that's fine. I'm just like it heavily depends on like how you're going, what you're looking for. Because I would say if you're just want to just collect games and necessarily the ones that you're interested in slash are popular, then I would say slightly the Wii slash Wii U era would be a nice, okay place to start, because a good chunk of those games are not only popular, but not too overpriced, to also not like some of them are pretty cheap as well, to some of the fun ones too. That I will say that's a good start, because the GameCube is starting to be like a really, really expensive era. I like some point in time, like Wii U is good, but it's getting expensive. Wii U is a bit of a middle ground, I would say, at the moment. It's highly recommended to start now because it is such a small library to get. There are already I know like a couple games that are overpriced for the Wii U that you should be very careful for if you're gonna go after them. But it has a small library. A lot of the games are not too overly expensive as long as you know where to look and ask. So you're still good on that. So yeah, Wii U is not hard to collect for at least the North American side and all that stuff. So I highly recommend doing that, as well as Wii. Obviously, again, each game system has their own set of rare, high demand games, and you eventually have to figure that out. But Wii U is a good spot. It's not exactly overly like expensive, and a lot of the games are pretty pretty good price, especially if you just get them used and not like sealed or anything like that. Just typing that down. I don't like the fortune I get. Ooh. Oh no, Skull, what is your fortune? I really think the Wii U has such an unreasonable hope for marketing. Well, I also, like, here's the thing. Wii U, my personal opinion on the Wii U is that its concept was cool. The ideas was good. Like, the game that really utilized it a lot, I want to play more of the Wii U to try out the games, but a lot of some games utilize it, like Mario Maker, Splatoon, and other stuff, utilize the gamepad a lot, but I think what game really pushed its like creativity was Zombie U, the one of the launch games for the system, and I think that genuinely was a fun game and concept. It's a bit repetitive, but it is a good concept. The power of the Wii U, unfortunately, was really lackluster. Connectivity was and like overall, the Wii U as a system as a whole is just okay at best. So honestly, marketing wise, ignoring that, of course, it was just an okay console in terms of like what it was, but yeah, it had some creativity for sure. You have a strong intuition. Check it in with it whenever you make decisions. I mean, it's not too bad. Anyway, let me go back to what I got in terms of like games. So I showed you a preview. I'm gonna just put a game over and show you guys previews later. But yeah, Yokai Watch. I got Yokai Watch. I actually got the second one not too long ago. And so, you know what? I'm going to go after Yokai Watch as I go. But the later Yokai Watch games, the spin-off and the third one, oh boy. Those are not going to be easy to get because those are over $300. But as I decided I wanted to go for Yokai Watch because not only were they doing a deal for like a buy to get one free kind of deal for like a certain game store, I kind of wanted to try Yokai Watch. So since I got two, I decided to get three as well and just check it out personally. And you know what? I might like the game eventually. Yeah, and as you saw before, yes, I did get a Dragon Ball Z game. Dragon Ball Extreme Butoden. Yeah, so this game I wanted this game for a while just to try it, and I saw Pink Gorilla actually selling it. So overall, I tried it actually last night, and honestly, I'm not 100% certain that I fully like it. I know it was like one of those like short released games, but it was just like one of those weird Dragon Ball Z games that I really wanted to try. It's definitely not fighters, that's for sure. So like the fighting and all that stuff was very eh. So I'm just like, I'm not 100% certain how I feel about this game. Like I found this was like literally the last game I picked up for a whole entire road trip. And seeing this was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to get it. And when I got it and I tried it, it was like my expectations were definitely just a bit on like this did not go full my expectations, that's for sure. But hey, you know what? We got extra Butun then, at the very least. The next game on my list, I should just do it like this, yeah. I'm fat now. No, you're not. Are DBZ games just expensive in general? No. As far, well, yeah, it depends on the game. I would say specifically DBZ games, like actual DBZ games. No, generally DBZ games I have never found very expensive. There is one game, I told Luigi this, that I currently don't have in my possession at the moment because Carl, wanted to play it, and I got it in a sense for him to play, but also I wanted to try it, is this game. The Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure GBA game. As you can tell, it's priced at $120. Actually, that's actually pretty reasonable for what I saw on eBay and stuff like that. That game, unfortunately, is a Dragon Ball game, not a Dragon Ball Z game, and that was freaking expensive. Yeah, I guess like it's limited rare personally, so I honestly don't know if it's. I think it just probably was just like it was a licensed game, but barely marketed and barely sold, is what I would say. And also, it was kind of fun, according to what Carl said. You missed some of the games I showed off, Kyle. By the way.
Ooh, I saw you had Mother, dude.
I do.
I would have been so mad if that was the fake game.
I can't check to see if it's actually fake or not because these Famicom games are extremely difficult to open up.
Do you have an actual Famicom in your possession?
Go right there. Yes. Oh, yes and no. I have an analog thing that can play Famicom games.
Oh, well, that works then.
Yeah, so I have tried it and it actually does work. It takes a lot of cleaning for these things apparently, but I have to check to see if it's open. I'm assuming it's real, but I have to open it up with a clamper or something like that in order to actually see what's inside it.
Yeah, that's funny timing because I'm playing level 1 right now. And it's fun for what it is, but it is an RPG of its time with like absurd random encounter rates and a lot of grinding and such.
Yep. I hath no subby. Subby? Oh, Celebi. I did contact Carl earlier today, but I think he's busy with stuff.
Probably cleaning his car.
Oh. By the way, Craig, here's a fun thing about the Analog Pocket. You can still buy these. It just takes forever for them to ship. But, I saw one at Pink Gorilla. And Pink Gorilla prices their stuff reasonably in the sense of, ooh. Wait, Skull. Wait, anonymous gifter. That is Luigi. Luigi, thank you for the gifted sub to Skull. Now she's subscribed for 10 months. And thank you for subscribing Crate for 17 months. Luigi, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. And they probably appreciate it too. Now you get all the abs. Crate. It's like, again, These analog pockets are hard to come by at the moment because of just how long it takes to ship. There's a bubble in there you can see right there, and that annoys me, but you know what? I have to deal with it. I saw this at Pink Gorilla, and again, to Pink Gorilla's defense, this is they price it based on what the internet's market demand and all that stuff. I saw a full box copy of this pocket at Pink Gorilla's store for $600. That's how high demanding these consoles are at the moment. You have to wait for these. These will eventually get down. But yeah, $600 for this baby. This is a first edition for me too. Yeah, so yeah.
Just freaking take a vacation to Japan and then just buy one of those for like 5,000 yen while you're there.
Got a Switch badge. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
When does Brolobee return? Maybe, I don't know when. I have the Wii thing. Ooh. Yeah, 600, James. Yeah, it is a expensive console. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised it's so expensive. Also hot.
Is that a Game Boy?
It's made by Analog, which are a company famous for making the best consoles for retro games.
Mm-hmm.
This is like reviewed as the best system to play any handheld games ever. Outside of like DS and stuff. The FPGA chip is literally a chip that basically doesn't delay the screen of the game that as minimal as possible and makes the highest quality of the game as possible. So this is a system that any retro game fan like basically need as a must need in a sense.
Are you telling me I had to go spend $600 right now?
Yep. Luigi's
I'm
asking
gonna pick up a new hobby, dude.
Digits, how are you doing today? Asks Luigi.
I'm good. Today was a good day.
Skull wants Bloody Trapland. Well, unfortunately, Lissa's not here today, so I can't exactly do that. Anyway, going on with more of the games. One of the more random ones I got. It's this bad boy right here. Rock Band 3 on the Nintendo DS.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, with the weird plug-in controller thing.
I don't think this has a plug-in controller by the looks of it.
Oh, it's not like Guitar Hero? Huh.
No. This one is straight up like, I think, button presses.
That really kind of defeats the purpose of those instrument rhythm games.
I mean,
the other games still could be played with controllers. It was
Yep.
just basically the controller would basically have like green is X, orange is
Yeah,
triangle, whatever,
that's
Yes.
incredibly boring, though.
yeah, so this is one of the more random games I bought, and I only wanted to buy it just because I want to genuinely try how does Rock Band work on a DS? And you know what? I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. Oh god, why? Let's see. I'll come back when I have more time, yeah. Rock Band had a DS extension, I believe. Maybe? If I only bought the DS, and if it has the extension, I don't think it's gonna be that demanding. So it's not hard to get, probably. Going to Duel Links is easier if it's a schedule, yeah. Also, Skull says hi, James, now.
Guitar pick stylus. Like you would use the stylus as like the strumming part?
Probably, I would guess. I'm almost done completing my new deck. Okay, nice. So, with that, I'm gonna put this receipt back in there. I pull it back aside so that I can not only surprise but also hide all the receipts I'm putting into these DS games. Because I like to keep my receipts for certain games just to see how much I spent on them later on. And as a thing that I told Kraid and Skull what I got. Ta-da! Metroid Prime Hunters!
Oh yeah, I have that game. I also have the DVD cartridge of it, the kind of rare one that came with the original DS's.
Yeah. See, okay, so Metroid Prime Hunters was an interesting one, because I found this along with a couple other games. This came along with the same store I got Mother. So, I found this. And I tried this for a little bit. Max! Dude, Max! Hey, Max! It's very fun. Yeah. How you been doing, my dude? Hope you've been doing well. I'm just showcasing, to give you context, my retro game collection that I did yesterday. I did a retro game run, and I got through a lot of retro games. And also I got some sensor beans. And also,
yeah, the picture that Luigi you just sent me, yeah, that's what I was referring to, and I was talking about being able to play that on your DS, because, yeah, I do remember that thing that you plugged into the Game Boy Advance port.
I know I showed you some of the Dragon Ball Z games I got, but I did showcase the Booted. I tried this, Max. I am not 100% certain I like it after trying Fighters. So, honestly, this is just kind of eh. I was honestly looking forward to this game, and now I'm kind of disappointed. How are the sensor beans? They make the crunchy sound-ish. Like, here, I'll try to do it as close to my mic as possible. Like,
wait, where did you get beans?
Oh, I got them at the game store because I figured why not. Like, this is a sensor beans shape. It's a candy. So here's what it sounds like.
I don't know if the ASMR is necessary, dude.
I want to just tell them how it is. It can make some crunching sounds. Taste-wise, somewhat sweet, but a lot of sour aftertaste. I'm not 100% certain I like it. It's weird. Wait, sensor beans, yeah, and also sensor beans, yeah. But yeah, I'm going back to Metro Prime Hunters. I tried this, and now that I tried it for a little bit, I need a Rumble Pack option now, so I need to actually get an actual DS Lite or the original DS. I do have original DS capture card, but I need to get a DS Lite now to try this game and see how the Rumble Pack feature is, because now I need to get a DS Rumble Pack. Every DBZ fighting game is meh after Fighters until they make a new one. That's true. That's why I hated them. Oh. Just wait till... Wait, that is... I'll give you a hint to people. That is not the last DBZ game I got. Oh, Max. And yeah, I showed this to stream and I showed this to you, but I got the Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure on the Game Boy Advanced. That's the other Dragon Ball game I got. I heard from Carl it's fun. He's currently borrowing my copy because he grew up with that a little bit. And it's apparently really difficult. Apparently he had a really tough time fighting Yamcha, of all things. Yeah, I'll get a DS Lite for sure next year. I just did not get... I could have gotten it earlier, but I did stop getting it. I'm saving my DS Lite by...
I mean, I guess as far as collectibles go, like, if you want to collect stuff, but... Looking back, the DS Lite is kind of a poorly built.
It's small.
I mean, I have mine, and it's like the attachment of the screens is kind of flimsy.
True.
After years of use, and the D-pad feels really loose and strange, and I think the buttons did as well.
It is small. I like the bigger version of the DSi and like all that stuff, but the only reason why I would like a DS Lite is because it's the better version of the DS, which has and still has the advanced port. I'm sad that DS got rid of it for the DSi. Kraid has the crimson red and black DS Lite. Yeah, I saw that. Soon I shall have the Sephiroth amiibo. Nice. I remember wanting to get that as a kid, but my dad didn't want to get it for me. Really? I legit did not even hear about this game ever. I mean, I grew up with Legacy of Goku, as I showed you before, but...
yeah, same.
Yeah, that is straight up a game I never heard about until Carl brought it up, and we literally, funny enough, like Carl was looking for this game in another game, but he was like going through one game store and he happened to have it right in front of him, and he was like, "Is this the game that I was thinking of it in my childhood?" And he was looking up, and I was like, "It was $120. It was expensive." And he was like, I literally just impulsively did, you know what? Let's just get it. I got it because it was 120 and it was a good price and everything, and it was just like, after I got it. He tried it and he was like, yes, this is exactly the game. After watching it, he was playing the heck out of it with his new Game Boy Wide. And it was like, he was having tough. Again, he was dying to Yamcha, Max. Like one of the first bosses, apparently.
Wait, Yamcha is a boss.
Dude,
Yeah.
why not play it on a Game Boy Micro, dude?
There were some micros we saw.
That's another weird collectible
Yeah,
game system.
with the fighters, my team make a DBZ game tier list. I can't say we should because most of us have not even played a lot of Game Boy deep Dragon Ball games. It just is not wrong, but I love the way the DS Lite looks. It does look good, but thought Bidoof said impulse doofing isn't good. Whatever.
What is impulse doofing?
Yes, impulse
Someone
doofing.
would clear me in as to what impulse doofing means.
It's impulse doofing.
Dude,
Doof doof.
Okay. I'm no less confused.
GB micro. They're not expensive to get.
nowhere
Crate.
to understand either.
Most of the time they are like $100 or less. So you're not gonna be too hard to getting them. I mean, I say $100, but in terms of the secondhand market, yeah, they're really not that expensive later on. It's
That actually
power
surprises me,
guys.
honestly.
Yeah, it's great.
So
to
I'm
have.
sure a lot of Game Boy Advance games still cost immense amounts of money.
Oh yeah. Nope. Yep. There's some Castlevania games that cost like over $100.
Oh god. Looking at the Game Boy Micro, I feel like this is just eye strain in a little.
Yeah, our eyes were worked badly growing up with the kind of handhelds that we were given.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 1-inch screen.
I never heard of the Game Boy Micro for a long time.
Like when I was
until
making
much
that
later.
joke when Carl posted the picture of the original Game Boy Advance he bought, and I was like, dude, did you get third-party light accessories so you can actually see your game? Because I went through that with a Game Boy Advance for several years before getting an SP.
Mm-hmm.
Or-
I never heard of the Game Boy Micro until much later because I never.
They have little accessories they could put on them. You could like customize the overlay of the Game Boy, which is kind of
Well,
cool, but that was
well,
kind of the only redeeming thing for a Game Boy that small.
the Game Boy Micro actually came out like in between Game Boy Advanced and Game Boy SP, which by then it was a really bad time. That's why it just like not many people heard about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, compared to the one that, I mean, with the SP having a more protective design with being able to fold it and also having backlighting, that's kind of the ideal.
Let's see. It was great having the power guys I feel much better. That's good. I wish I got the Game Boy Micro. It's like I just have something simple like WarioWare to go with it was time killer. I do have a couple WarioWare games now, that's for sure. James, just watch EOS episode 2 for context. He's not gonna go back and watch an entire stream for that. I'll guarantee you that. Micro released in 2005. Yeah, that's around the time where the SP was starting to make a happening or it already happened because close to that was when the DS first came out.
Yeah, 2005, the SP would have been out for some time by then because I think the original DS came out in like late 2004 or something like that.
No, not 2004. I thought 2006 or 2008. It's one of those 2 years.
Oh no, definitely before that because the Wii came out in 2006 and the handheld market was
Okay, then yeah.
before that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a Wii until middle school, whereas I got my first DS in like late elementary.
Then the Game Boy Micro was in a really bad time. With the Pokemon coming out at 6 a.m. PST, what do you hope for? Well, my main hope for is them releasing as many Pokemon games on the Game Boy handhelds as possible on the Switch. That's what my main hope. And also seeing if we can transfer them to a Pokemon Stadium, which I hope they also announce for N64. Other than that, I don't really care too much about anything else.
The original DS came out in November of 2004. Like it was like very much a well-timed like Black Friday and holiday season release.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think much was out on it though at the beginning, except for like the Mario 64 remake, because that's all I remember being out as like a launch title.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't get a main series Pokemon game until 2007, so.
Yeah, that's true. One EOS remake. I wish I had gotten one of those GBA SPs and I did backlight lit screen. I mean, I still have my original one. I don't know. Oh, it's in here. It's in here. Man, too far away. I'm too lazy to get it right now. I'll just show you Gansu's one. This is ones I'm getting Gansu, giving Gansu. I showed this to Luigi earlier, but I got a couple friends their own stuff, and this is what I'm gonna give to Gansu later on. Just gonna ship it out tomorrow as best I can. Honestly, Queen, I would prefer a new PMD game, but it would be fine with make. Honestly, a new PMD game would be better. I would prefer too, but a remake would also increase more odds to Mystery Dungeon. But maybe they could do both. Do both. Next on the list of DS games I got this. Has anyone heard of Fossil Fighters?
Oh, I do remember this from like 6th grade. Yeah, I never had it, but it's like a Pokemon knockoff, right?
Yeah, I remember trying to demo of this a long time ago, and they were selling it at one place, and I was like, you know what? Why not?
I think I knew someone who had that.
So I knew that Fossil Fighters had at least 3 games in the series. I thought it was 4. They had two DS game, like two games in the DS era with one 3DS. Apparently, the sequel to Fossil Fighters is it's decently expensive. Not overly expensive, but decently expensive.
I don't recognize this at all.
Fossil Fighters was a niche game back in the DS era, where, as Kyle says, like literally Pokemon. You go to an island and you dig up dinosaurs, you clean them up like actual archaeologists and stuff like that, and you put them against people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's literally like revive dinosaurs and train them to a point where you
became an
kill.
entire series.
Yeah, it has 3 games at least.
Huh.
Remake.
I just want to look
again.
up like how it was critically received and how it sold.
Remake Kanto will probably not happen for a while, Kraid. Mr. Shasha covered the game during his 1000 plus DS Destruction series, where he does every DS game on stream. This was an interesting one. That one is an interesting one, yes.
Okay, the name of that sounds like it's a series about just destroying things. Just like, you know, those things where people are like, hey, here's this super cool rare thing, and then they just take a sledgehammer to it, and it's like, why?
Yeah. Also, thanks.
Looks like Fossil Fighters is just kind of regarded as meh, like kind of forgettable.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Like around like 6 or 7 out of 10 kind of scores from the critics.
I mean, Yokai Watch was meh for some people too, but it made some hype at least.
I remember my Japanese professor's son was into that series.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Also, Biz, thank you so much for the 26th month, my dude. I hope you're doing well. I was obviously joking. I mean, again, you may be joking, but they will probably do it again at some point, personally. Is this your haul from Retro Games? Yeah, literally. This is what I showcased a bit. What I got. I got a Dragon Ball Z Butoden. You probably saw if you like that. There's only one game I don't own in my possession. That is this game. Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. I got it for 120. Currently, Fanto or Carl currently has this one because he grew up with it.
I was gonna say, did you buy the plastic wrapping for $120?
No, I got Oracle of 8 Seasons, Metroid Return Samus. My friend Sean got me silver because he wanted to replace his copy that he currently lost from me. And I got this as a replacement for a fake copy game that a game store gave me. And then I got Mother. These two stuff right here are not actually what I got. That's just stuff there. And also, Biz, I got some sensu beans. It's an interesting one. I still got some games to showcase. One of which, I'm saving one of them being at the very end because it's funny. But, here's an interesting one for you, Kyle. I found a copy of a game that was never released in America that I've been wanting to try to play a translated version of it.
Oh, do I just have to sit there watching over your shoulder and tell you what's happening?
Nah, I'll get a fan translation. Great, like this is the Ace Attorney's Investigation 2. Investigations 1 I do own, and it came out in America, but Investigations 2 never released in America at all. So I've been actually genuinely curious. I actually legit, funny enough, I pulled this out of the. I saw this was in the DS library, and I saw it was like at the edge, and I saw like it was like this. I saw investigations, and I was like, okay, cool. Must be investigation. So I was gonna tell Carl, it's like, oh, you should play this investigation because Carl was wanting to play investigations, the first one. I pulled this out, showed this to Carl, and we literally saw the number 2, and we was like, what? This is number 2. You know, I'm gonna get it. Seriously, it was like one of those weird moments. I remember you telling me about the fake game. Yeah, the fake game was a bit of a story. Depending on...
Yeah, I'll have to show you my bootleg games at some point. I'll have to remember to bring my Game Boy next time I'm over.
Yeah. Debating on either 2K25 or Dragon Quest Builders 1. Dragon Quest Builders 1. Craig wants to know if you got Prime Remastered. Carl's lame. I don't know if Max got Prime Remastered. I would say he probably did at some point. Now, going on to the console games. This was showcased earlier in the stream and previews and everything, but you know what? I figured that this is a game I kind of just wanted just for my personal self. I got 007 Quantum Solace, the PS3 version game. I honestly heard that this is one of the better James Bond games, surprisingly, even if it was a tie-in to the movie, which was also really horrible, honestly, at that time, at that point anyway. But I have a PS3 anyway, so I can play this game. This is just this is just one of those like interesting games that I decided to get. It was during the game store's like buy 2 get 1 free deal anyway. So you know what, I did it anyway. It's the best game, to be honest. Nice. Alright, with that, we're going down to another one. A preview of a Xbox 360 game. Max and Biz saw this, and Carl knows about this, but... I got Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Taikaichi. For those of you who don't know about this game, this is a game, Dragon Ball game, I think this was right before Xenoverse. And this like almost... I would say almost put the nail in the coffin for Dragon Ball Z games in a sense. And why I say that is because the game itself is literally a rock paper scissors game. Like, you cannot play this game and do a normal fighting a lot of the time. Almost every single move you do is rock paper scissors. It's stylistically really cool, as you can kind of see with the art and stuff like that, and you make your own characters, but it is straight up a rock paper scissors thing. So I got it just because I want to genuinely try it. Is Xenoverse fun? I say it's fun. It makes a lot of the simple button pressing in combination, but it's genuinely fun in my books. I enjoy Xenoverse. It got me into Dragon Ball games more anyway, Xenoverse 1 especially. So that is, I would say Xenoverse 1 is good. Xenoverse 2 just is like more of an expansion of it anyway. But it's still getting updated to this day as well, so it's up to you if you want to go for Xenoverse 1 or Xenoverse 2 straight up. So yeah. Na 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 de de den de na na den de den de. I don't even know what it's trying to say. So these next few games, I got some stories for this one. This next game was bought because with the help of Carl and Sean together, and it's I guess it's specifically because of one reason. It's a freaking Mario Party game. We have played pretty much all the Mario Party games. A lot of the Mario Party games, and many of it's been lost to recording, which I hope to get back. but Mario Party 6 was a game we did record a long time ago and play because I borrowed it. But this Mario Party 6 is funny enough one of the last Mario Party games I don't own in any regard. Because
that's the one I grew up with.
Yeah. This game we saw and it was in good condition. I think it was just like put up like right on the spot. And these Mario Party games are decently expensive. And I was telling them I technically am borrowing one, which I have to ask a friend if I can keep now because I've kept it for like years now. I own 2, I own 3, I own 4, and I've owned 5 with my brothers for a long time. 6 we borrowed. 7 I own now. I don't own any of the Wii games, just 8 and 9. I now own 10. And then for the handhelds, I own Mario Party Advance. I have the e-reader Mario Party, which many people don't know. I have Island Tour, a copy of it, at least digitally. Maybe I'll get a physical later. I'm pretty sure I have Star Rush and... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have Star Rush, and I do have a top 100 with me. And then, well, I have all the Switch Mario Parties. So, yeah, this is one of the last Mario Party games I don't own.
Oh, speaking of the mic, I never had the mic.
Yeah, no, Mario Party 6 and Mario Party 7 did have the mic. 6 and 7. This is just a straight up the game. I have the box of Mario Party 7. Maybe eventually I get a box of 6 with the mic, but yeah, this is one of the games that I genuinely just got, and I own. Like Carl and Sean, thank to them, help paying this. I now own almost all the main series Mario Party games in existence, basically, which is weird. I lost 5, 6, and 7 in a car crash 12 years ago. I am sorry, Kraid. One day you'll be able to collect those again. I will say that. But yeah, 7 is also with a mic. 6 utilized it a lot. But I say 7 is better. 7 is still my favorite one. 5 is my nostalgic one, but 7 is like my favorite Mario Party of all we've played. And we played a lot of them. And it utilizes the mics really well. That's what I say. I'm still here. I'm glad you're still here, Kraid.
The mic games actually had buttons you could press.
That you can play without the mic as well, but it just makes it worse. The snowboarding game was the best. The snowboarding game... Yeah, it's true. The snowboarding game is in the Superstars. No. Yeah, Superstars game.
Yeah, I think we played that one, yeah.
Yeah, that is a fun mini game, but it's like I know that you have to use like your shirt or jacket and just like rub around the buttons to make it easier or something like that. I think that was like a trick. A, B, X, Y, X as fast as you can. Yeah.
I vaguely remember a game where like it was one of the mic games in Mario Party 6 where like one player controlled a contraption that was like a giant tank or something.
Oh yeah, 3-player mini game, 1 giant tank, 3 smaller ones, and you have like health bars and stuff.
Yeah, and the little players would always just get destroyed, like regardless, like any way we arranged it, regardless of who was on what side, like the little ones always got destroyed, like just like a fart in the wind.
Yeah. One day, Skull. We can play Superstars at some point. I don't mind playing with that. I mean, I still will play Superstars more down the line. I mean, we just played a lot of Mario Party games, and it's one of those games that I wanted to just like take some small breaks here and there, and also focus on other things too. So yeah, we'll play more Mario Party games. So this is one of my second to last games, and there is a reason why I bought this. This is the Breath of the Wild Wii U edition. And as you can kind of see, I gotta be careful of the, again, receipts inside the stream, so. As you can kind of see, yeah, it's the Wii U version. There is a reason why I bought this game. Specifically this. You play this version? Yeah. There is a reason why I bought this. I've learned this since like PAX, because a retro game store friend of mine told me about this, but apparently Breath of the Wild Wii U has a misprint edition. And it depends on like how the market demands it, and also if they really consider it like a high demanding thing. But I've learned that it's a actual I've learned that it actually is a thing where this game is a misprint, because on the back of this game there are controls that are impossible for this game to be played on. As you can kind of see with all these Wiimotes and classic and stuff like that, according to this Wii U game, this game can only be played on a Pro Controller and a gamepad. You can never use the Wiimotes on this. So if you have a copy of a Wii U edition with just with these, you have a misprint. So yeah, Nintendo misprint? No, never. It's funny because like I learned about this because of a retro game store friend. He was like telling me about this. So you know what? I bought it because it has the misprint, and you know what? I got it. Now I own the collection of it. Plus, Wii U games, I'm gonna go after them at some point. So I am going after them, but you know what? Which themes would just like bring Twilight Princess to HD. You know what? I'm fine with, yeah, I would be like them to bring Twilight Princess to the Switch too. And the last game I bought on my journey is probably the most infamous one. Ooh, it has a little scratches on the label, but you know what? I think that's not that bad. I'm fairly confident that a good chunk of you who know video games know this game, and the notorious history about it. Anyone want to play Mega Man on the NES?
Ooh, that dorky game cover, yeah, dude.
Yeah. This was what the American audience saw Mega Man as for the early days when it first came out.
He's got a little like pistol.
Yep.
He looks kind of uncomfortable.
This is a game that I bought from a retro game store that I had a coupon for, and so I had to buy it. And you know what? I was seeing it and I was like, you know what? I'll buy a NES copy of this. I was gonna get it at some point.
I'm gonna find that box art and maybe consider making like a server avatar out of it.
Yeah. Box art, hate it. This is a Mega Man game I just got. Traumatized because I've never seen this. You never seen it? Well, now you have, Skull. This is what because like here's the thing. I don't want to blame the artist for it. It's literally because people describe it in such a poor way. Because what the artist got for literally this art, why is it not focusing? Yeah. Literally this art, he was described that there was a blue man who has a gun. That's it. I think it was literally described like that, maybe with a little bit of gold. But he was described this game as literally like it was just a blue man with a gun. That's it. And so to the artist's defense, yeah, that's literally all he got. And I will say, like, in that just short description, I think I would have been like, yeah, this is probably what I would envisioned too. No concept about nothing. They just released this. This was during the era of like I think, what's the copyright date of this? 1985. 1985 was when the NES was coming out. Remember, Craig, this was like the NES was starting to make waves, and they had to hurry up to put games out. Mm-hmm. So
they made quite a few Mega Mans in the original NES. I think the first 4 were on the NES.
7. I think 6 or 7.
Was there really that many?
Yep, there it is. A lot of them are pretty expensive, but this is one of the, actually, funny enough, this Mega Man game is one of the cheaper versions compared to the other Mega Man games. In terms of the NES era. Later on, yeah, there's a little bit cheaper, but still, Mega Man games are always almost notoriously expensive. They're about $100, almost always. The only one I think that are cheap is Mega Man X on the SNES. That's it. But yeah, this cover, to the author's defense, that's all he got for a description, and I'd say that's probably good in his rendition. Yes, this is Notorious, but they really didn't give him anything. But yeah, this is a game I got, and this is a game I am definitely going to try to play and beat. I played it, and it works.
You'd think with some you'd think with some game box art that like art had been invented like yesterday or something.
That's
like,
true. Those games are difficult. Yeah, I've never beat a Mega Man game, but at some point I will. I never fully beat any of it. Most NES games are difficult. That's true. Yeah, most NES games are difficult.
Yeah, I saw one person like I was reading like on a forum somewhere, and someone mentioned that like the reason why any like early console games were difficult was because people were kind of using similar design principles as arcade games, which were made to like keep you putting quarters in.
Yeah, no, they are designed like that. I mean, you also have to think
and
about this.
People got their value out of being able to rent a game for the weekend or just play it over and over when they were more arcade style.
Well, you also have to think about it like this as well. This was during an era where there's not much you can put into a game, at least when they started out. So a lot of times they have to force the players to keep replaying it over and over to a point to get their money's worth. And that's what this game is. I actually intend at one point, Kraid, and it's like everyone, that I'm still considering, since I have a decent amount of NES games now, doing a single stream for like short games, whether it be indie or like NES games or something like that, and have it so I sit down and try to play and beat the NES game or short game in one sitting. Because like a lot of these NES games you can actually beat in one sitting. Yeah, they're difficult, but as long as you look at the guide and like know what you're doing, they're not too bad.
Yeah, I have the same thoughts because I haven't really gotten to play my my Famicom Mini very much. The problem is I don't have like an actual TV set up right now, but sometime in the future I need to play more games on that console.
Also, this is what I would usually do to open up some of these game consoles, because no matter what, now that I have like the experience of like a retro game store that I don't know giving me a fake game, I have to double check a lot of these games now. But this game store I trust, so I don't expect this to be fake. The issue is that this bolt is being a pain in the butt. I like that idea. Yeah, it's an idea. It's definitely an idea that I want to go after for a while. I don't think I'm gonna do it anytime soon, Kraid, because I have to focus on like moving to a new place and building a new setup again. But it's an idea.
Here's why are you disassembling the cartridge?
Because as any game collector, you need to double check for fakes.
Maybe this is a potential server avatar for the private server if you want to use it.
Okay, send it to me.
I posted it in the general of the public Discord.
Let's see how cursed it is. Yeah, it's like
traumatized.
So like here's the thing, James. Like not much on NES games, but the fake cartridges like this silver version right here has a lot of times people making fake cartridges. Some of it you can just easily see without opening it up. Other times you do need to open up the game cartridge in order to see these kinds of things. Like, like here's an example of a fake cartridge, like the fake cartridge I found. I'm using Pink Gorilla's pictures because it's really nice. The battery is really bad at place, so you can just replace it anytime. And there is a black splotch right there, if you can focus. Yeah, like that usually is a big indicator that these are fake because they just use stuff like that. So I actually, where did I put that game?
What is that splotch supposed to be? Like an adhesive?
I think it's some kind of adhesive, yeah. Where did I put that game? I know I had it here.
I took a look at just in the preview of what the Mega Man face would look like as a server avatar, and it's pretty funny.
Mhm.
Do you want me to change this, Nick, or should it be? Do you want to keep the cat as the?
I mean, you can, but I don't know if people want to see a cursed Mega Man face.
Well, we've used other cursed images for the server avatar before.
True, but I know some people have had problems with certain other faces.
Well, this isn't scary or anything. It's just dorky looking.
Yeah, and again, you can.
It's not like a frightening image.
Again, you can do it. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Wait, what cursed images did we use in the past?
Some kind of like without a face, with eyeballs and just a mouth. I like that idea. How can you tell for NES? What are you looking for? So yeah, for NES,
I did.
I would just use the Mega Man. For NES, obviously, the first art, you have to have a good standing with art where it has to be a good quality. So I can't really showcase it on the camera well, but if I zoom in, you can kind of see. Look how high quality this image is looking. This is a good indication that this is a actual legit cart because of how good it is. It always has to have the Nintendo official seal of quality on this. If it does not have it, that's a big indication that it's a fake and all that stuff. But obviously, if they can copy this, right? So another thing I look for too is that in this kind of cartridge, like these back labels and stuff, if you can find them, or on the front of any GBA games. Let's see if I can get this focused. Trying to get this focused right now. Let's see where I can get it. Where is it? Oh, right there. You see right there. There's a little bit of indentation of a number. It's hard to tell right now, but you can see that's kind of like a 12. Every single official cartridge will have at least for the NES and Game Boy games and stuff like that, with at least GBA and the NES I've seen, you have to have a number like that. It's like a factory stamp. If it doesn't have it, that's another indication that this could be fake. Another thing is like the back of an NES should only have has only 3 screws or 5. If it has any weird ones, then that's good fake. The best way to also check is always open it up. This is what a official chip would normally look like. You obviously everyone is different. Like Dragon Warrior. Are you going to bed now, Kyle?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, man.
Night.
Yeah. Every official cartridge will have its own like style because like Dragon Warrior games or like Zelda will have like bigger chips, but simple games like the Mega Man one, see, I got that to focus. These will have these chips. It will always say like a Nintendo on them, and you can kind of tell that these are actual number and actual etchings for a actual cartridge. So this is what you would normally look for in a actual cartridge. If it passes all those checks, it's a very, very good sign that is actually official, because a lot of this stuff doesn't pass all those checks. All the stuff that, yeah. So that's what I would say is what you have to look for. That bolt is not screwing in all the way. I'm a little concerned by that. Yeah, I just need to screw these back in because now I checked that and that is what it is. I think that bolt is slightly stripped. That's why it's like hard to not fully put in. There we go. So, to showcase, this is a fake gold, right? I actually have this because I want to ROM dump this, and this is a childhood cartridge of mine and my brother's. So, it's actually a different ROM than what you would see in like a Vietnamese crystal. But I'll just give you an example, James.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a fake gold. So on the immediate part, you can kind of tell this is a actual fake gold. Let's see.
Like it's not golden.
Yep. This is a actual gold versus a fake gold, right? This is what you would normally tell. The art looks really crisp and nice. The Pokemon logo is not there. There's no official... There's no ESRB. There's no Nintendo seal. And the back of it, there's like this little... This sticky note that thing that was not... It's not supposed to be there. Yeah, it's not golden. But as to a normal person, you may not necessarily know this, right?
Well, I mean, I owned gold, so I know that the cartridge is just wrong.
Yeah, but to some people, they may not know this immediately. So this is where opening it up would be really nice. Also, another thing I should note that to at least Kraid, this is a 4-point screw. Most screws for a lot of these games are either a 3-point screw or this a weird like circular with point outings on them. Those are usually the screws. If it has a 4-point screw that is like with a lot of like screwdrivers, that's another sign that it's a fake. But yeah, if you want to open it up, this is what would oh shoot, that was so close. I almost lost that.
There's something about seeing Pokemon Gold on a gray cartridge. It just looks wrong.
Oh yeah, it does. But this is what I'm used to. I am not used to the gold cartridge.
Is it like
kid.
Pokemon Gold, but it's more like Pokemon Gray? I guess that wouldn't be quite tremendous.
This is what I showed you with the Pinkarilla thing. As you can tell, there's that weird battery thing that really has hard thing locking on. There's this glob right here, and there's this hole. This is nowhere as the same as any. You can't, and like, look at this. You can't even see any Nintendo name on this. This is also very glued on, as you can kind of say. So that's what a fake would look like. For this one, as you can see, this is a different screw. This is not a 4-point screw. This is like you have to use a special tool for it. And as I open it, yeah, there is a hole right here, but this is a lot better compared to the other one. Oh yeah, the hole is there apparently, yeah. There has to be text on the board. As you can see, like, yeah, there are text on there. You can see DMCA, KGW, and stuff like that. And you can see the chips. Should be like a Nintendo thing on it somewhere. I thought at least that should be. Yep, there it is. See, Nintendo is right on there. And the battery is like either this yellow one or like a gray band one. This is definitely like a replaced battery one, so that's why it's like that. But yeah, this is like what a normal board would look like versus a fake one. Kind of big starking difference, if you can tell, if you say so. But yeah, that's how you tell a fake versus a real cartridge. Hope that educated a lot of people with on what to look for. Because like when you game collect, you have to be careful with not just buying expensive games, but the people out there who either will actually sell you bootleg games knowing that they're bootleg, or people out there who don't know bootleg. Because the game store that I bought a bootleg, like the fake from, the bootleg, she didn't know that it was fake. Clearly she was not educated enough into the fake deals of game cartridges. And that's like an issue right there. It's like if you're gonna go into retro gaming or collect any games as a sort, that's another thing you always have to be careful for. Disc-based games, now that like disc-based games are harder to replicate, and even Switch games too. So I don't think people really have to worry about fake of those. It's just the cases can be different. But DS games, I have seen people look at fake DS games before, and they're a lot harder to look for because you have to pay attention to the art, you have to pay attention to how the logo is placed and everything, and just a lot of other things. Like, it's a lot worse, basically. Hope that answers your questions, Craig, by the way. There we go. But yeah, that's kind of the education of games. Hope that helped with a lot of people. But yeah, that's all the games I got. I'm honestly, as much as like I couldn't get some of the really over-the-top expensive games that I wanted to get, I'm still proud of what my haul got at the end of the day. And like, I did get some very expensive games on my journey as well. Like, I think the only $100 games I really got were the Mega Man and the Dragon Ball game. It is a really nice haul, Liz. I wanted to get more. There are some games that I wanted to get for like $300, but I had a very limited budget as it is. So I also bought some stuff for like Gonsu and another friend, so I couldn't exactly get certain games. But it is a haul of games that I got, and it was a road trip that I really did like. Got to visit so many nice retro game stores, some of which I actually genuinely enjoyed more so than anything, and others are just like we never got to visit a lot of the game stores that we could see. We only couldn't see like a few of the game stores due to timing and how out of the way they were. So we basically are gonna next time try to hit those up next time and see how they do, and visit the other ones that really we genuinely like, because like some of the game stores that we visited were definitely like, they weren't great, and it was kind of sad to say, so I'm not gonna say which one because that's for everyone's judgment. My personal judgment would be that some of them are not exactly great. Only a couple of them. The rest were actually pretty worth. And then like there's one that was super far away, and at that point we're kind of considering just like cutting that off because it's like getting further up past a certain point. It starts getting like a long drive, and we were like, is that fully worth at that point? Not really. Plus it's like it's better to just go for the closer ones anyway, because you can always ship some of they have other stores they can go to, kind of thing, so we can ask them to ship their games to us and all that. But yeah, it's kind of it was a nice haul. I'm excited to play some of these games. Honestly, I think this is going to be one of the games I'm gonna actually play a little bit just to see how it is. Okay, this is like considered one of the worst Dragon Ball games, even though it plays a lot better than like what Sagas and stuff. But I don't know. This looks nice at least. And I'll try some of these other games later as well as I go, but some of these might be on stream, some of these might not. But I would definitely do more of these runs as I go and see more personally. I will have fun. So yeah, that's my surprise stream. Nothing too much. I just wanted to showcase off the game haul I got. I do have like more games that I've gotten in recent times for sure. that are pretty cool. Like I got a good collection of DS games, honestly, but yeah, I can't exactly say that I'm gonna be bored out of my mind with a lot of these games. I'm running out of room for some of these games, that's for sure. Placing the games is my currently big bookshelf is really difficult. That's for sure. Oh yeah, the Guitar Hero thing. Yeah, I've seen that before, Luigi, for sure. That is definitely something I want to get at some point, but not anytime soon. It's not too hard to get. Luckily enough, that is. Alright, well, now that it's all over, I have to put away some of these games and also try some of these games, that's for sure. And I also do have Star Rush, so yeah, I do own every single copy of Mario Party, albeit one of them being digital, but I'll get a physical of that at some point later. Alright, yeah. But I don't really have much else to go do. I have to probably get ready to go to bed because unfortunately, oh boy, it's Monday tomorrow. So I gotta go to, well, I don't have to go to work. I actually do have to, I can, work from home. I was considering doing another, like, playthrough stream of, like, well, actually... You know what? I'm not gonna be able to do this and put it in a really good spot. And it's still a little bit early. I'll call it definitely when it gets too late and too frustrating. But you know what, James, you're sticking with me for this.
Oh God, what am I in for?
You and me are gonna see me how I do and beat Gruntilda in Nuts and Bolts.